Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Elizabeth Marie, and today I am doing my first plan with me video. I've been wanting to do this for over a year now, and I'm just now getting to it. I did do last month's, but before I begin, I actually bought the wrong bullet journal, but it was nice to use. It was more like a grid outline versus the dotted, the bullets. But here's September. This is what I did for September. I didn't do this until mid-September, so that's why I didn't post anything about it. I used some washi tape and everything like that. And here is October. I like to sketch out what I'm doing first before I get to the video because it can take me a while. But you can see I've already went in on mistake with my pen. So I went in and outlined everything that I drew with the Micron 01, the Pigma Micron, or let me just Sakura Pigma Micron size 01. I do have the other sizes, but this is the one that I outline usually with. Okay, that paper you just seen right there, really quick, that is like a piece of scrap paper that I use before I decide on what colors I'm going to use. I redraw out on a scrap piece of paper each little doodle that I incorporated in my drawing here, and I just wanted to make sure that the colors looked okay and that they went together and that they're blending well if I have to do any type of kind of blending with it, even though what I'm using is not meant for blending. But on that paper right just then, it was more so of, I was kind of caught off guard because I could have swore I drew those leaf plants a little different. They have a word, it's a mama, I think it starts with the M. I can't, it's on top of my tongue, but they just look different, and I just went through it anyway because I already outlined them, so there's no way for me to go back. They still look okay, I guess. And because I was rambling on past the part what I outlined with on the lettering there, I went in with a Faber-Castell artist pen, and this is of course black, and this is I think the size is B, and I bought this singly. And then after that I went in with the markers that I have, which is the Crayola Super Tips. And I was getting ahead of myself and ended up messing up on this part, but I took the darker, like a maroon color, and this was meant for me to just outline the flower only. But I ended up like coloring in a little bit on the outside, making it look a little, I didn't like the way that it came out, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible because it blended a little bit, because I didn't use too much of a difference of a shade when it came to coloring in the flower. So when you come to this next part on the next page, the flower is going to actually look a lot more better because I did it correctly that time. And then I went ahead and put the little calendar underneath, and that was the Union Ball Signo in black. And then right here, you see that the markers bled through. It was only the Crayola that looks like it bled through. I just take my Tombow Mono Permanent Adhesive, and then I stick them together, and then yeah, we're good. And before I got started on the next page, I went back to kind of look at the calendar that I put on the next page, and I did not like it, so I sketched it out and put it a little at the bottom instead of at the top, because I actually wanted to put the month at the top of it, and I didn't do it on the September because I had no room and I didn't think it would look right on the bottom. And there's a couple other things I'm going to do a little different here, and I'll show you here. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and start sketching out the boxes that I want on this page. It's going to be the same, so, you know, like my YouTube, not tracker, but like my updates, comparing from the previous month and then comparing it to this month. Once it's over. And then also I have one for design projects, which I like to do graphic design on the sides, like websites, logos, things like that, so I have something there for what I'm working on for the month. And then the next one would be like my video planner ideas. And then I also go in after I use the pencil, and right now I'm just using a regular mechanical pencil or a regular number 2 pencil. I do have a mechanical pencil that I just ordered that's meant for drawing, and I will have that ready for the next video instead of using these because they're a little dark and I really want a much lighter pencil. But I did outline those boxes with the Sakura Pigma Micron, same size, 01. And then I colored in the little play button with the Ultimate Artist pens. And the only thing I hate about these pens is that they don't really match the color that is on the lid and stuff. But other than that, I like them. And then I went ahead and sketched out kind of a similar look of what I did on the front page. I just left out like I almost said unicorn. The candy corn, and that's because I put them in the little boxes on the side over there. And as you can see, I only did the outline and then colored in with the lighter color. It looks much better to me. And then right now, after I did the calendar and outlined it with the pen, I went in over to the candy corn and colored in the white part of it with the jelly roll. And I used 08. This is also by Sakura. And I actually used this on the front page too. I just forgot to mention it, sorry. But I did fill those in with that. And you could see on the bottom left corner in the box, I messed up and I tried to use this jelly roll pen and it didn't dry very fast, so it kind of smudged. Yeah. And then in the calendar, instead of like your usual square in the corner, I did a triangle, and I actually messed up and did it in the first box. And October is not until Monday, so I actually messed up there, and I actually, to kind of fix it a little bit so there's not that awkward triangle, I just drew a little web using the same jelly roll pen in size 08, and I spider web and then put in a little spider dangling from it, and then I went back to the front page and added that too, so it doesn't just look a little kind of blends in together. It goes with the theme that I'm going with. And then in those triangle boxes I also put in the dates using that jelly roll pen as well. And then right now I am just drawing a pumpkin on the 31st because that's Halloween. And then I doodled in a couple bats there. And again, there's some bleeding coming through, so I'm going to go in with the Tombow monopermanent adhesive again and do the same thing and just stick those two sides together. And right here, I'm going to do the mood tracker, and I couldn't come up with anything unique to do for the mood tracker, so it's pretty basic, I guess, but whatever. I went ahead and put 2 candy corns on the side of it because the colors that I'm going to be using are going to be those same colors, the white, orange, the yellow. And then I'm going to just use a ruler here to sketch out some columns where I'm going to put the days of the month, and then also track each column with a sad face, neutral face, or a happy face here. And I'm going to stick to the same marker with the outlining of everything in the size 01, the Pigma Micron. And on this section, I'm going to split into two. These two did have separate pages on the last month that I just did, and I'm actually going to use the same page for them both. The left side is going to be the expense tracker, and then the right side is going to be my grocery list. And then I'm just going to be a little basic. I'm not going to do too much with it. I'm going to put a little spaced out border in the middle, and then I'm going to underline them with my Ultimate Artist pens, orange underneath expense tracker and yellow underneath the grocery list. And now I'm just going back, erasing any pencil marks that I see, and clean it up a little bit. And then right here, as you can see, I went back and I had added the little dangling spider from its web here. Now I'm just flipping through, make sure I like the way that it looks, and I am satisfied. I don't need too much. And here are the things that I used. I used the basic pencils and the mechanical pencil, the Sigma Micron 01, the Jelly Roll pencil in white, the Union Ball and black, and then I have the what I outlined, the cursive writing of October in Faber-Castell and size B. And then I have the Crayola Super Tips, and I used 2 shades of yellow, 2 shades of green, a black, a light brown, the maroon color, and a little like a soft coral pink. Alright, and then the last items that I used was the Ultimate Artist pens in orange and yellow. I will make sure to list everything that I use down below for your reference. And then that is it. This was so fun, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big ol' like. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.